It's your man JGR Report, and welcome to the College Football Weekly Preview, Week 14. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Previewing the top 5 ball games of the weekend, so let's get right to it. Now, this weekend is rivalry weekend, bruh. This means that all the big ball games are in this week, and it's all about rivalry. You can take the records off the table for most of the games. Take the records off the table because these boys just hate each other. Now, before I get started, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all the boys out there that's keeping up with the JGR Report. Now, let's move on to the first ball game. Let's go out to the Big Ten. We got Michigan goes out to Columbus to play number 6, Ohio State. Now, Ohio State's already in the Big Ten championship. They come in 10-1. Oh, dumb Michigan come in 5-6. They just trying to make a bowl game. Oh, dumb Brady Hope keep running around telling boys all week, I'm not worried about my job. I'm not worried. You need to worry about your job, bro. Because, hey, you going to lose it. Whether you win or lose this ball game, they just trying to keep you from either getting fired on Sunday or Tuesday. Because they had already packed up everything you got. Now, let's give a little history of this ball game. Michigan owns the rivalry right now at 58, 46, and 6. But here's the problem. Ohio State has won 11 out the last 13. So y'all can't just put it all on Brady Hope. Boy's been dull up in Ann Arbor for a few years now. Now, this ball game has decided the Big Ten championship 22 times in the history of the rivalry. That's major. But not this year, bruh, because these Duns over at Michigan just trying to hang on. Hey, they going to throw this Dun out the ride when this game is over, and they not even going to slow down. They going to push him out the ride like Eddie Kendrick, dog. Hey, let's move on to the next ball game. Now, let's go down to the Sunshine State. We got Florida coming into this ball game 6-4, going in to play number 3. Florida State. Now, here's the deal. Florida State comes into this ball game on a 27-game winning streak. I know everybody in America is talking about Florida State isn't the real deal because they not blowing boys out. But the problem is, bro, they keep winning. I know that they have trailed 5 times in the second half this year and come back and won the game. All I'm saying is, when I grew up, you can't bet against a boy until he lose. I know everybody hate Famous Jameis. They've been standing around the doggone Wicked Witch's house waiting on the shoes to curl up because the Wicked Witch won't die, dog. I know Jameis Winston is the Wicked Witch and you want him dead, but he's not dead yet. He comes into this ball game with more than 3,100 yards, 19 touchdowns. He is by far the best quarterback, best football player in America, but they about to screw him out the Heisman Trophy. But he gonna keep on winning. Long as he keep winning, you can't do nothing about it, bruh. Now, here's the deal. Florida State's averaging 35 points a game, but Florida can put up points. Florida puts up 31 points a game. But they gonna run old dumb Will Meschamp out of town. They've already pushed him out the door, treated him like Eddie Kendrick too. Pushed him out the door this week, had a dub press conference, so now he a sitting duck. Everybody talking about Florida is going to come in emotional. Yeah, they're going to be emotional, all right, bro. They're going to get the brakes beat off of them this weekend. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, let's go down to the SEC. We got number 4, Mississippi State. Goes out to the Dove Grove, Vaught Hemingway Stadium to play number 19, Ole Miss. Now, here's the deal. They call this rivalry the Egg Bowl. Now, boys in Mississippi will try to tell you that the Egg Bowl means something else. I'm just going to keep it real with you. The Egg Bowl means they've been throwing eggs at both these ducks because they've been horrible for years. Everybody try to act like Mississippi and Mississippi State been good. Mississippi State and Mississippi have been bottom feeders for years. Let's bring the records out. Let's keep it real. For only the 3rd time in 57 years, and only the first time since 1999, both these teams been ranked. That's why they call it the Egg Bowl, bruh. Whatever they try to tell you down in Mississippi, don't believe them. The Egg Bowl is the Egg Bowl because both these teams are dub. Now, I will say this. I'm picking Mississippi State to win this ball game because Ole Miss, like I told you earlier in the season, was just Ole Miss. Bo Wallace has a sprained ankle. Now, Laquan Treadwell is out with the broken ankle. They haven't been the same since. They took a smoke break last week against Presbyterian, a couple of weeks ago against Presbyterian, then got the brakes beat off of them against Arkansas. Now, Arkansas is another bottom feeder that beat the brakes off of them. They hadn't won. They probably hadn't won. They hadn't won an SEC game in 14, 15 tries, and they just won 2 weeks in a row. Now, here's the deal. If Dan Mullen and Mississippi State wet the bed this weekend, you can believe all the money in your pocket. I'm going to give you a Don Cornelius. You can bet your bottom dollar that Dan Mullen will leave and go to Florida. You know why? Because these boys going to back up the Brinks truck, pay him all kind of bread, and explain to him you can win championships at Florida. All you can do in Mississippi is win the Egg Bowl. So keep your eye on it, bruh. If they lose this game, which I don't think they will, they'll automatically be out of the top 4, and these Duns will be in trouble. Let's move on to the next ball game. Now, we got number 16, Georgia Tech, goes down to play between the hedges to play number 9, Georgia. Now, both these teams come in with 9-2 records. This is the best record, combined record, 18-4, that both these teams have had coming into this ball game since 1966. That's Doug too, bro. I'm just gonna keep that real. Oh, Doug spray tan wearing Mark Richt has already lost his 2 ball games, so he's not gonna lose to these boys right now. Even though Georgia Tech's on a 4-game winning streak, Georgia's on a 3-game winning streak. But Nick Chubb is the real deal. He comes into this ball game with more than 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns. Here's the problem. Mark Richt has won 12 out of the last 13 in this series. He's not going to lose. He's going to wait to lose in the SEC championship like he always does. Because Georgia is Mark Richt's Georgia. Now, let's move on to the next ball game. We got number 15, Auburn. Goes down to Tuscaloosa to play number 1, Alabama. Now, this is the Iron Bowl. Y'all remember last year, Alabama let these boys hang around just a little bit too long. They hung around. All of a sudden, Chris Davis shocks the world. Gives them a 109-yard field goal return because Nick Saban had all the fat uglies on the field. That dog was out there. Chris Davis was out there moonwalking backwards, roller skating backwards, doing tumbling all over the field. Hey, this boy laid down for a minute and ran on his tiptoes. Hey, I'm just saying, you can't let these boys hang around. This is a huge ball game. The last 6 ball games that they played in this series have determined the last 4 or 5 national championships. I'm just saying, 4 out of the last 5 national championships. Alabama's won 3, Auburn's won 1. So, hey, it's the real deal. Keep your eye on the Mississippi State game. Because if Dan Mullen loses that game, he going to Florida. It's your man Jay Graves Report with the JGravesReport.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at JGravesReport so you can holler at your boy.